Good morning. It's morning for us, at least. It's like, what we gonna do in 2022 now? It's like 2022. What in the world?
It's here.
It's here, ready or not.
Yes, hello everybody. It's been since what? We haven't seen everybody since last year over here, right? So
Yep, Patrick's over here. Yep, with this
yeah,
group.
excited that everybody's still here, getting some more knowledge and information to keep hopefully in their investment portfolios, or just get news to find out some stuff. So excited to be here. Another year to do it.
Yep, another year just starting. And it's like it's crazy how things are just already starting to take off in the NFT space. But man, there's more to come. I just think I was like, wow, what else? What's next? And so, but like I said, we got a lot of news we want to cover with you guys. But again, welcome to Sisters Talking NFTs. We appreciate you guys coming in and listening to us what we have to say. Hopefully, you find it valuable. That is our ultimate goal, is to try to give you value every time you come in here and listen to what we're talking about. I mean, just and really just to try to keep you guys updated as far as some of the things that are happening in the NFT space. I think it's important to stay on top of things. If you're going to be in this space, you better be in the know.
An hour or 10 hours, 24 hours can change everything.
It can change everything in a hurry, huh?
That's right.
So, all right. So we'll go ahead and let's get started with you guys. Let me get the screen started over here because we got some stuff to go over today. Is the screen gonna come on? Here we go. All righty. Out the gate. Y'all know we be talking about them M words and them B words, like the million billions. We're like, here's another 500 million out the gate. Like,
right.
let me acquire that for $500 million. We're gonna be there. What? We're gonna be there.
You guys see Fanatics acquires Topps trading cards for $500 million. Some of us have been buying Topps cards, are familiar with the brand already. It's been out for quite some time, but now to see that another brand is going to be acquiring them for $500 million, they've already put the work in the space. They already have the sites and stuff. And so they're just putting money to buy out that business, and now they're going to do their little change to it. They may even sell it on their site now. It is a company that's known traditionally for some of the stuff they are selling. Some of you guys may be familiar with the brands or how the partnerships they have with certain sports. And so it's just another company coming in and acquiring a business that's now into the digital side of it. Mm-hmm. So a lot of people thought Topps was going out of business, and even just coming into the NFT space, not going out of business, but it wasn't a lot going on over there.
It was real slow. We'll say it was real slow.
It was real slow. Real slow. Yes. And once they incorporated NFTs, that brought in a lot of different money for them and even gave them a higher evaluation. So just seeing companies come in and purchasing other companies, and for, not a little bit of money. And some of you guys are invested in some of these projects. So you can hold on to your cards or start investing. It just depends. You can see the Fanatics. They are already familiar, or I think you have the second site too, in regards to this article on what Fanatics does. Also, you can see here, some of you, like I said, maybe buying sports apparel from them already, who they are partners with. They got the MLB, NBA, other sports as well. And you can see here that they are actually selling a lot of the physical items and stuff like that. So they will now be acquiring that NFTs for the Topps. If you do want to keep looking out for that and see what they actually incorporate to it, because some of the cards in the marketplace may be fresh and may not be having a lot of money coming into it, but also seeing this, that there may become some money, more money definitely should be coming pouring into it from the connections they may have, maybe even selling it to this site now. It may bring a lot of different people in mainstream that before they weren't able to reach.
Yeah, and I think like you said, when I looked at the article, I was like, okay, $500 million that they bought. And I think when we first originally, let me just rewind a little bit. We looked at Topps, and some of the things that when their cards were coming out for NFT, it's kind of like, come on, y'all, you got to make them some better NFT cards at the very beginning. And so I think now that they see that there is that money, I bet you they're going to put a lot more effort into making sure those digital cards look a certain way and are up to that higher tier of where a lot of NFTs people are like, hey, that's actually, it catches your attention. And so I think this $500 million, actually, when you think about it, I mean, you look at some of the drops that have happened recently, and they're doing this kind of $500 million in like a drop. And so they acquired for $500 million. I get, you got to have the $500 million to get the actual to start to be able to do this. I get that part. But for this business here, it's another one of those things, as far as they probably figure they're going to get this money back within several months by having the right NFT projects that they can put out there for sale to recoup all that money. And then everything after that is just money after money. That's all I can say is money after money after
That's
money.
right. That's right.
So, and then I
And
know
then
the other one, Jessica. This one's the other one that I think we talked about this some. Well, I don't know. Has it been a couple of months since we first
yes, it's
started?
been at least a couple of months since we at least put this out there. Like we say, even the marketplace, it may not be pulling in a lot right now. I haven't went back and looked at the numbers for some of these products. I just buy and go out if the price is reasonable. Some of these cards were like $25. Some of them were like less than that
Mhm.
for the packs are 50. So I'm having been back over to check and see how things have been moving on the market. But some of you guys did go ahead and go on to Tops and also buy some of those items. So just know some other things are being in place now that this company has also been acquired. They may be changing some things on how they do. They may also be taking them into a new marketplace that they can actually get, that exposure. So if some of you have also have these cards, you can check out that marketplace currently and see exactly what may be going on with your items. But we did discuss this a
Because I
couple
think we
months.
talked about this even some time ago, and I think it was one of the issues too. I said because I know some people who listen to us were just really new to the NFT space, and so we're like, hey, here's another one of those sites where you can go out and you can use your debit card in order to pick up this particular NFT. So new people, here's one of those ones. Not to say that hey, go do some research on it. We're not your financial advisor. Let's get that on the record. But being able to come over here and be able to use your debit card if you're not used to using crypto and so forth. It like I said, it may be, and it's one of those projects where it could take some time for it to take off. But when we look at projects like when we got into the NBA Top Shot and stuff, those took a little bit of time to take off also. But when they take off, and if you have the right cards in some of those projects, they can be very lucrative and you can do
Yes.
very well. Yeah. So that's going to be that particular one. So make sure if you can do that. All right. Moving on to BLANKOS, our folks over at BLANKOS.
That's right. BLANKOS mythical games. I was going to go over some of this. The current, so sorry, they're going to be ending in about 2 days.
Yeah.
We just want to go to the shop and show you some of the items that might be expiring, and also let you guys know about the Prime. If you haven't linked your accounts, you can go ahead and link your account so you can get the Prime bonus or promotionals that they're giving. If you link your Prime account with this account, when you're logged into your BLANKOS account, you'll be able to get this free BLANKOS here. This one that is going to be ending, I believe it's the 10th of January.
I think I got God on this one for my kids.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna put it on the record. So at Amazon, if you hear one of my kids use my Amazon Prime, I don't know how to recover my own Prime.
Yeah, and it's claimed, it's on their account, it's attached. You had to buy another Prime.
Look, I'm not gonna say which kid, but one of my kids said, "Well, Mom, I think you were gonna miss it. I think the deadline was already happening." I came and was like, "I had till the 10th. What you mean I was gonna miss it?" So I'm like, "Okay, so what you mean? I got to either go buy another Prime membership to try to get the NFT."
Yeah. And so definitely for those that we've been in BLANKOS since the founders last October when you were able to start buying these and get some of them. And some of you have been buying, and currently there's a secondary market that's on this site, but there's also the new items that are coming in, and so some of these will be more scarce because a lot of people aren't doing those promotions. So if you do happen to have a Prime account, you can go ahead and link it and get this item here. And there's, I believe, like 5 more promotions. The next one is going to be a banana, and it starts sometime today. And so just by having those account linked, you do have to go in the game to claim it all the way. So there are steps you have to take, but this is showing you guys another side. If you guys have been getting BLANKOS, you should, and you also use Amazon Prime. They're going to be doing some more promotions for the next, I forgot how many months, and you'll be able to get those.
I wonder if I just need to go do another Prime account.
Yeah.
Is it worth the NFT to buy another Prime account? Because I think it's over for me.
Yes. Yeah, I think she's signed to the campaign, and she's going to get every campaign.
What the world? How did I not get the Prime? But I think again, I think these, like I said, for some of you new people, again, this is one of those sites again that we're talking about as far as going on and being able to use your debit card to get started. We covered this we've been covering it for some months. This is where you can kind of get started within the NFT space at a reasonable price. Okay, and a lot of them definitely will start out there. I don't even haven't looked at the marketplace lately to even see how their numbers, but they do have a marketplace. So if you miss some of the other drops, you definitely can come in here and try to pick up some of the other items on the mythical marketplace.
Yes.
Okay, but for whatever reason, my computer. Oh, there we go. Okay, so those are going to be all the different ways of you going in here and buying some other items if you'd like to buy any of the other items. Okay.
And you see, even with Altoid, he was like $10. He's $60 still. So we'll just
Yeah. Some of them 3 something. I'm just now that I'm on the screen, I might as well just look to see some of the numbers of Okay, Billy, he's 1,500, 980. Jeez, Merry Christmas. There was only 10 of those minted. Why did I get one of the 10 of that one right there? Oh, that was pre-alpha, pre-alpha. So their numbers are still looking pretty good, you know, especially if you bought them for some, like I said, you buy some of these for $10. Granted, you just it may take a little bit of time, but at the same time, these are still some of the ones that are still definitely moving over here on this particular site.
And they're still in open beta. So as a lot of you guys know, we're waiting, and hopefully they should be going mainstream, the partnerships that they do have with Wii, PlayStation, and other things. So we're waiting now. We're buying, buying them as we can, and waiting for the market to open up fully, and hopefully some mainstream adoption to come in and stuff.
Yep, good stuff. But I love the graphics. Okay, sorry, that's BLANKOS. So we went over that part. This OpenSea, when I think when we looked at this, I was like, they did how much money in 2022, and we just, how many days are we in? And you did how many?
Set a record, 700 million.
How many millions of dollars have you done?
4 days strong.
I said, what? I need to incorporate this business model right here. I said, how many millions are you doing in 24 hours on OpenSea? But again, I didn't necessarily even just look at it as far as, hey, look, wow, look, they're doing this kind of, but the thing that caught my attention was that, okay, there's that many people with that much money buying that many NFTs. So someone's spending money on NFTs. If they're able to do what, $255 million, $700 million worth of trading volume, just starting, somebody has money, whether it's you, myself, somebody else that somebody has money and they're buying these NFTs. It is mind-boggling as far as how much money is being spent on NFTs right now, and they are continuing to go up. I know the Bored Apes have been one of the ones. We got a couple articles. We'll talk about that too. Let me see what's something. I'm trying to read the chat too. Place that you can create. Yes, there's definitely. If someone asked a question as far as is there a spot for you to create stuff in NFTs? Absolutely. That is a whole business in itself of being able to create NFTs. You can definitely create NFTs. My niece creates NFTs.
Yes, that's right. Yeah, so there's create characters. Oh,
girly vibes. Girly vibes.
Yeah, like you said, and that depends on what type of character they also responded to. Like you said, you can create characters in your 4D cinema, or there's projects that have avatars and different things. So that it's a little, I'm like, hopefully we're answering it. Which one? Yes.
Oh, somebody said clones are going for a grip. Yeah, we're about to talk about the clones too. So this is the trading volume that's been happening on OpenSea. So be on lookout. Like I said, there's another article we'll show you about some of the Bored Ape information too. Right. But CloneX's, man, what did we say? What did we say? It's like, whoa, look, this is how fast. This is how fast it changes in the NFT space. Let's see if I don't even, did it drop down a little bit more, less than 6.5, or is it still at 6.5, or has it gone up? So it's at 6.5. Again, it's not even been a month. Has it been a month?
It hasn't been a month.
It hasn't been a month. And some of you guys got them for 2 ETH. Some of you might have got them for 3 ETH. But many of you got them for like 0.0.
It hasn't even been that many days to when they were just 5.2 ETHs or anything. It's and now the floor is starting to run again or move up. And so some people were able to get a position. I mean, even last week, you would have been able to get some of these at 4 ETHs, 4.2 ETHs. Some people were making offers. And so now that's 6.5. Some people, they were selling these for $16,000 to $18,000. And now they're at the $24,000 price point, and that's the floor. So a lot of the other ones that are up there that have traits or have rarities or scarcity are even higher. Different hairs and stuff may give you that scarcity. And so, and it hasn't been too many announcements. It's just been little things being dropped, little breadcrumbs to pick up or stuff. But the anticipation of what people are waiting on and how this year is now starting out, they did the one bit of news.
Yeah. One piece of more. I mean, and like I said, just because we be trying to listen, we be crazy. We be like, did you see that tweet? When you be trying to read into the tweet, like, well, what do you think they're saying? Like, well, if I think they're saying this, what do you think they're saying on that? But it's mind boggling. And like I said, we talked about this even on our training with our membership people last night, and we'll show you some of the things we talked about on there as far as some of the numbers. But that was it's interesting when you see some things and you can react and make the right moves. It's like, wow, that's really good. But these were the right moves. Again, like I said, we started talking about these when they were minting these. About if you could mint them at 2 ETH, some of y'all, and like I said, we know, I'm not saying, I'm not going to put nobody business out there, but I know quite a few people who minted these at 2 ETH or even at 0.0, was it 0.03, Jessica, that we minted these at?
When we minted them for ourselves, it was like $300.
Yeah. That have 6-figure CloneXs that you pull. So I ain't saying nobody names, but that's but that's how fast some of the spaces can change. And like I said, I think a lot of times many people will be looking like, well, man, how do you get in all these projects and why they're so expensive? But they weren't expensive. I mean, I shouldn't say they weren't expensive. They weren't expensive in the context of if
price.
You got into
they were expensive.
Earlier.
They were $750 for some things and less than $1,000 on other things. And if we even went, we'll go into the drips. Everything was, when we told about it, usually it's at mint price or the floor price came down low enough to pick up and less than, especially if we're talking about these here, we can go, people were getting drips and stuff at $1,500, $2,000 to be able to claim 3 of these for $200. And now you got something that you paid through $200 to $300 for, and they're now at $25,000.
Yeah, that quick, that quick, less than a month. And you think about, like I said, regular working. How many can you go do that at your job? Be like, I want a bonus of $20,000 for the month. You be like, they're like, well, we gonna have to go and fire you today because something's wrong with you right now. But with the NFT space, literally that's what can happen that fast in the space of getting to the right projects. And again, we're gun ho when in regards to artifacts. For what they're doing, who they're partnering with, and what they are out there creating. It's mind blowing. And so we'll go into some more numbers of that too, but won't spend a lot of time on that one. Okay. And then I know we talked about Bored Apes a little bit earlier. Y'all know I'm happy. Go ahead, Jessica.
Don't have me started. No, so the sale of the Bored Ape had the pass of them has surpassed. 1 billion. Aimed heightened celebrity interest. Some of those art interest, like Eminem coming in and spending $400,000 on an NFT, and that's something that the Bored Ape has turned into. Of course, it was an entry position. Anybody could have got in on these. Less than $500 or whatever the mid price was. I know it's definitely less than $1,000. Some have said even $250, but now to see where they're going, and definitely when you get a lot of celebrities, it's also going to push the price of it. You have a lot of people, even they had like a serum that sold for like millions of dollars as well. And so there's a lot of things that's going on. I could say they probably bought it from themselves, but they sold it to themselves. But
Jessica said they paid $6 million and sold it to themselves.
Yeah, I said they somebody. That's all that was about. But some of you're going to see a lot of high sales, and now certain projects that are blue chip and they have the celebrity base behind them. It's just pushing more money into their projects. They have eventually capitalists coming in and paying for some of these items and adding to their portfolio, and they don't plan on selling them. So when you're getting good projects like that and you stay in those projects, you're very well rewarded. And so Bored Apes has been doing this, and I believe Artifact is going to be right there with them, especially with all the utility that they actually have and the partnerships and just everything. But yeah, these are great sales. Lots of money, but like I said, a lot of these entries, had very good realistic entry points to that. Most people could have got in on it if they knew about it. You still wouldn't have understood it in the beginning because it was just a toilet that you would go sign. So
this makes no sense. I think, and y'all heard, if you have been on with us for some time, and even when I was doing some other things before that, going live, it was a matter of, I was like, this makes no sense to go in here right on the toilet. It's like
right in the toilet room. That's all it was in the beginning.
Like you get access to the bathroom. You're like, "Ooh, I get access to the bathroom." Okay, and then you're like, but I bought it. I'm grateful. I'm very grateful. I did. But again, you look at some of these things, and like I said, I know Artifacts is doing some of the same stuff, Jessica. But this was an airdrop. Everything was given out randomly. You can get a regular vial, and you could get one of these that was like more rare. But this was an airdrop that you got for owning a Bored Ape. So I think Artifacts again has already started dropping off the pods and giving that information, giving those out. Airdrops are going to be the thing that really makes a lot of these companies look brilliant. And if you're an investor that buying them, it's going to make you look like super brilliant. You'd be like, wow, that's an airdrop. Don't sell the item, sell the airdrop if you need to sell. Don't sell the item, sell the airdrop if you need to sell. So again, but this
if you need to sell that,
if you need to sell that one, if you need to sell it,
because you might have a different product you can go sell out of versus selling your items over there.
Yep. But I even looked at the numbers, with the Bored Apes today. I was like, are the Bored Apes really at 71 ETH? Jessica was like, listen, I was like, because sometimes I don't go check, and I was like, okay, I looked, I was like, that says 71 ETH, and she was like, you haven't looked. I was like, no, I hadn't looked, but I was like, it says 71 ETH today. I looked. So I mean, again, you look at these now. Yes, at this price. Yes, a lot of people who have money are are getting into the project. For the regular people, it's like, okay, kind of missed the train on that one. Now let me find another project.
I wouldn't even tell you to go buy it.
Yeah, I might. So we have a difference. We think sometimes we go like,
I can figure out 20 other projects that can get you 10 times X than that versus just buying that one. And it's gonna be good. It might go up in years, but I promise you, by the time you got invested in those others, some will make moves to get you there. Like some of those already have made their move, and I'm not saying they're gonna stop making their move, but I'm like, if you spend $235,000, I know that you can go get more CloneXs and stuff right now and surpass that. So.
See, and we just the difference of what we think. Sometimes I would be like, well, maybe I would possibly. It had to be the right Bored Ape that I would need to do whatever. And it would be a business decision if you ever were gonna be buying at this point. Actually, did it just sell? Did that one like really just sell?
Probably did. There's so much crypto money, like that money to them is nothing. So even like we're saying, trying to be realistic and be like, you can get in at entry points. When it's crypto money involved and they've been making money for years and all this is just profit money. And I'm not gonna play. I'm telling you, they be selling to each other. I don't even care.
Passing the money back and forth.
It ain't just playing. I'm just playing. No, but great blue chip project. Everybody knows about Bored Ape, and it should continue to move. People are investing $400,000 for it to stay at $400,000. They definitely would expect, maybe to go to $800,000 or $1 million if you're buying it out that high. So whatever they do have planned out, they've proven that they definitely are able to get what they're worth. And so it is what it is. They have different things that they have lined up. They may have some other stuff in the background that people don't know about, but it is one of those blue chip projects. If you are part of, you're lucky to be part of it. If not, there's other stuff that's going to come along.
Yeah, and these two have jumped up. This was another airdrop that you received. They've jumped up to 15 ETH also. So again, pay attention to some of the projects that you may consider getting into, because you can see an airdrop that you receive $57,000. Okay, all right. So that's gonna be that as far as the Bored Ape is concerned. All right, let's move on. Jeff, here we go. Stapleverse.
It's the Stapleverse. So a lot of people, yesterday they had the AMA yesterday for the Stapleverse, and they were going over some of the things to expect in the Stapleverse, or at least with the feed. They went over different pictures. They let you know that if you did get on the allow list, that mint date is going to be January 12th, and it's going to be a cost of the 0.1. There are going to be like 20 feeds in total. If you do collect them all, there's like definitely something special you're going to get. It's going to be very, very rare if you are able to collect all 20 different feeds. And even to add to that, the companies that they did drop yesterday about who they would be merging with, because he did go over saying a lot of the NFTs could be tied to special places that he likes to go to. And maybe by holding that NFT, you will get special access to be able to get, that the meal paid for or exclusive items, because we all know some of his partnerships are like Nike, he's worked with Burberry. He dropped a lot of different hints yesterday with some of the companies that he may be doing. Some of the ones I did name, Dunkin' Donuts, a lot of different other brands that he's already had collabs with, that he may allow people that own these NFTs to now be able to get. You'll be able to get them, have special access to those places. And so there's a lot of different stores that are out there. But just for those that do have these mirror NFTs, the allow list will start January 12th. The public starts January 17th. So they didn't say exactly how many were left in the public. I don't believe they said that yet, but there will be a chance for those that are out there to get some of those. There's not that many, so it's going to be a gas war probably, honestly, to get whatever ones are left in that.
So hopefully people bought we sent the alert. So hopefully you bought. And you're I still kick myself because I didn't buy that legendary one. That was my fault. It was not.
I still kick
But
myself.
I was on a live class teaching, and Maxie did come through like a champ for me and bought some stuff for me, and she did very good. So I got to give my daughter some great credit because she did pick up some things for me. But the legendary one, we was like, we didn't buy the legendary one. I'm like, no, we didn't buy the legendary one. But we are blessed. We did get quite a few of them. So, but that's that staple verse. I think again, like I said, it's another big thing that's going to be happening. That you need to be paying attention to if you're not invested in this particular project. Okay, you may have to get them on the open market. All right, moving on. And here's old Samson with the TVs. And I'm like, wow, these companies are making moves, and if you're not paying attention, you're getting left behind, literally left behind in the space of NFTs.
Because a lot of people's concern is that these digital assets, they can't see and they can't feel them, and now there's also TVs that's going to be allowing you to not only see them, but also be able to trade on the platform or on through the TV. And so definitely the companies that are ahead, like Samsung, which is going to be one of the leading ones, will be able to offer this. And so for definitely people that's buying NFTs, if we were trying to be able to show them or even have them in your home, this is going to be one of those TVs that will allow that to happen. And like I said, do the trading and everything within it, on the platform. It's pretty dope. So if people do have NFTs, if you're looking down the line you want to at least even show some of those NFTs, you will have certain places like Samsung or certain brands building out. They even had someone that's building out some picture frames. And so the more people that keep doing it, even the items may be expensive in the beginning because of the limited amount of people that are doing them, but the more that start actually building out and the cost goes down, a lot of people will start seeing these being displayed in their homes in different ways. And so that some of those digital assets that aren't able to be taken to physical are put on a canvas either can still also be put on your walls or things displayed in other ways.
That's gonna be like, look at my NFTs. Look at that. Look at the TVs. That's it's gonna be that that's good. Love what they're doing there. All right, and I know we talked about and we've talked about it in there. I think Brother Mo helped us drop this in the Sisters Talking NFT what's NFTs chat. So thank you for that. The some of the hottest crypto coins, and I know we've been talking about some of these things with the metaverse, and so this kind of just goes back to what we've been talking about. If you are investing in some of these metaverse, don't overlook some of the coins that are associated with the metaverse. It's one of those things as far as there's opportunity. If you can't necessarily get in and buy that piece of property for that game, look at some of the coins. It may be another good opportunity for you to be invested in that particular project, especially if you know it's a project that might be moving very well. Okay, so maybe moving very well. But we are like metaverse fanatics. So just wanted to put that out
there. All the that listed on there have already been there, done that.
Yep. that part.
It should have probably stayed in that.
It should have stayed in that.
Everyone. It's like... it's just like, and it's not too late, I'm just saying. But most of every one of the coins, one of them is either needed to buy another item or had to purchase, had them all. And so these are all great coins that are out, and even especially with Engine and their what they're building out. So yeah, great article.
Some of the coins, you're like, what was I? Yeah, it's okay, but you got the land though. You got the land, and the other person who don't have the land, like, man, I should have bought the land, but I got the coin. So it balances. So good stuff there. All right, let's go. Keep on. Here, the fashion brand. I know we've been talking about the fashion brand. I think like every week. It's still I think moving like crazy. As far as how more people are getting involved with it for sure.
Yeah, and even they announced that, like, I literally, one of the ones they were talking about on this, I was trying to get, they had some coach ones come out, 10 a day. You had to wake up like at 6 to try to be able to get them to buy them or be able to list, because there's literally like only 10 of them. And so different companies and brands have been putting different NFTs out or releasing them in the background, but to also know the importance of the utility, like you just can't list it or put a picture on it and not having the utility behind it. It's going to allow me to go to exclusive scores and allow me to get exclusive products. And so they're trying to make sure, a lot of people in the fashion space will be entering into it, but they want to make sure that they know that they definitely need to come with utility behind it, that they can go redeem it for that specific item and stuff like that. So definitely utility is going to be important with a lot of these brands that do come in. But even to say that, they go to the brands, even with waste, they know how important the digital fashion is, because a lot of us have clothes we don't ever wear, and a lot of waste happens from even making a lot of those clothes. So a lot of these people are building out apps that you can try on clothes and see how it looks and fits to you automatically without you having to purchase them. And so it's going to do a lot of different stuff into the fashion brand and the fashion industry. So just another one to look out for, and know which industries are going to be highly impacted by NFTs. So you could even be investing in some of those NFTs.
When we get our jerseys, didn't we order some jersey?
We ordered our plan, from Artifact. They had said 6 to 8 weeks. Sorry, so you.
Okay. I'm just still early, I guess. I'm like, when I get my jersey?
Yeah, like from the fans clan or the
I can't remember which go, but I know we ordered them. So I just thought about that. When do we get those items? That's gonna be interesting. I'm gonna see those. So okay, so that's gonna be that part. And I know we keep hitting on the non-fungible. This again, I think because of where the technology is going and how these things are. I mean, I'm looking at them like, dog, them things look like, I don't know. Sometimes I'll be looking like, sometimes they look too creepy. And I'm like,
they're 3D hyper realistic avatars. And so a lot of times, even with these profile pics, that it's only just generally a profile pic, but these, like I said, are going to be 3D rigged, full body animated. And so they did have some announcements come out. Even yesterday, some of them were listed like 1.6, 1.75. The floor down on OpenSea is about 2.1. They also have announcements about the sale. They are going to buy 300, starting Friday, they're going to buy 333 a day until they're sold out on Monday. And they're going to plan on doing they have partnerships announced. And so the ones that they are purchasing, they're going to definitely have something going on with those. I don't know if they're going to give them away, but the partnerships they already have aligned, they're going to now purchase 333 a day till Monday so that they're sold out. And so it's also helped the floor on OpenSea. They did give a lot of people different opportunities of buying 3, getting 1 free. And so like now, we were telling people even last week, I think they were like down to like $500 something. I think you have to refresh that. Okay. Last week they're about $500 something, but now they've been moving pretty good. And so it's exciting to see even the project. Yeah, buying their own items because they know the success of what they have lined up in the partnerships. Also, we're all just kind of hanging out in there, hoping that just so if they know the partnerships, which we've been not waiting for, is one of the reasons I definitely was like on board, because knowing they're going to have their Fortune 500 brand that they listed with, and they're saying more than one. And since they have other partnerships and stuff like that, last time we went in great detail. We usually can go in great detail with the memberships that we do have, but. Just checking out those. If you did buy some, the price should be moved up on some of those if you bought them on OpenSea. And if not, you still have a chance to go mint some of those at the 0.2 on their actual website. And, there's diamond hands clubs that you'll be a part of from doing that, not having any listed, buying one and not having any listed. They have serums they're going to drop for diamond skin. So just do some research. But for those that have bought, the floor is already starting to at least make a move on it. And by Monday, they sell out and reveal to be within 10 days of the sellout.
I know I got some rare ones. Yeah. I don't know nothing. I'm like, but I hope I got some rare ones.
It's like some people were like, they might wait to reveal to buy theirs. And some people may do that. It's just, you may have to wait and the cost may be higher. And the cost could be lower too, because some people get like 10 of them. They get them. They see they may want a different one, so they're going to go sell that other one on the floor to go pick up another one. So it can go both ways on that. But just I love that they're really hyper realistic.
Yeah, somebody said somebody swept the floor 2 days ago. Yeah, they still. Yeah, yes. Pay attention. Yeah, I didn't sweep the floor. Yeah, like the whole floor.
Yeah, take it out.
Take it on out. Move it on up.
That's right.
All right, so that's that. I know, and we yesterday, I'm not putting anybody's business out, but I appreciate the shout out for someone. Someone has picked up one of the lands. I think we've been talking about Sandbox for over a year. And as far as when the opportunities with the Sandbox land game of being able to get them at a couple $100. I think many people got them at like literally a couple $100. To see that the floor is now 3.58 ETH, and like I said, and I still think that this is low. If I'm being honest, I really still feel like with what Sandbox is doing, there's going to be a bigger upside within the Sandbox, the game itself and the land itself. So right now, literally 3.58, $13,000
for a premium. That's a basic premium. Mm-hmm.
So know you make sure you know what you're selling if you are selling. So that's not a
I
premium.
wouldn't
So
go
that's
sell my premium for no 3.5.
you're not gonna sell it for 3.5.
No, I don't know. I care. That's a premium. I'll be like, I'm not thinking.
Boy,
uh-uh.
you won't be getting that piece of land for that price. But again, I think these lands are still definitely continuing to move up drastically. You go back and you look at some of the 3x3s that were on this site. I don't even know what they're selling for now, but let's see. The 3x3s two are now those are 1x3s. These are something like probably 2x2s. I can scan through this pretty quick. Those are not these are not 3x3s. They're
I
one
don't
by
know if
three or
it's
two
gonna
by
be
one.
that low down there. A 3x3.
Yeah, they're not going to be that number. I can
You're
promise
gonna be
you.
going for a while.
Okay, so we know that they're past 15. And that's if you're going to get a 3x3. These again are 3x1s, so they're 15 each for three pieces of these property altogether. If you're looking to buy these, this is not the 3x3 numbers that you can give. So, but a 3x1, 3x1 right now, literally is going for $57,000. Okay, so that's those three. Probably I don't know if it's these three across or three down, but it's three of those properties for $57,000. So again, congrats to those of you who are like, if you decide that you want to sell and that's a decision you have to make, congrats to you for the sales. Like I said, sometimes you need to take the profit off the table. And if you're, for whatever reason, I'm not going to say whatever reason you have, I don't know the reasons, but if you do, congrats on that. Those are big wins, big wins. And so just wanted to say that. So pay attention to Sandbox. All right. Oh,
Oh
this is
yeah,
not
the
fungible.
non-fungible. Yeah, the non-fungible people. Like I said, they've partnered before. We know that Artifacts partners with them to do their software, use their -3 software. So definitely have some type of partnership there. They have about 4 items in total, or 5 items in total that they're giving away at the CloneX. Someone already won the Ferocious shoe. This is going to be the next giveaway. It's going to be this specific CloneX here. I believe that they have a vial still, a space strip, or a spaceship capsule. So if you are there, some of these require you to retweet and do stuff like that. Others are just going to require that you hold an NFP or you've minted it to get an increased odds of winning. So that's specifically if you've already done one of those things, then you already are entered into the giveaway. And so just showing you that this current giveaway that is going on, if you're thinking about buying or not, we do know there's a lot of people out there. So a lot of chances, not to say to go buy one for this, like that's not
Right.
at all what we're saying to do, but just wanted to put out some of the giveaways that are currently out there that are going on if you do currently own or will be owning the non-fungible people.
And I know someone even put in the chat too. I know some of these, when you're minting right now, even some of the projects you're trying to buy, gas has just been like crazy. So if it's the gas is just too high right now, give it a little bit of time. Try it even later tonight. Unless they sell out, I can't tell you to not try and it sold out. But you could try at a later time as far as trying to find those gas fees. Because again, some of the projects that I've either tried to get into or looking to get into, is kind of like, oh, okay, I really want to pay $200 for the gas. If it's a right project, I'll pay it. But sometimes you'll be like, nah, I can just wait a little bit longer to get those gas fees. So just make sure you're definitely checking that as
Yeah,
far
because
as
it's going to weigh the gas fee into your price to sell.
that too. That too. Okay.
Oh
Right
yeah,
here.
on
See,
cyber.
this is where we be going crazy right here. This little tweet stuff that they be doing to play with our minds right here. This is why we
This
be
is
going
her.
crazy.
Oh man.
I'm
So
like,
yes,
what's that mean?
on cyber, who of course we know do the space pods for Artifact, they tweeted out this, a world's doors leading to another world. We could have speculation. We know Artifacts has, at least like 300 different brands or so. So I don't know what it leads to. Even with the pods we talked about last week, if you guys are buying those pods, some of the space pods are is that current?
Let me just see. They're down here. They're at 8.
Yes, they are at 0.8 now.
Yeah,
And so
they're
yeah, so they're currently at 0.8.
821.
821. Last week we talked about them. They're only $900 to go ahead and buy those, and now you can see where they're at, even within a week's time of being talking about those from class to now. And we talked about them before, but even last week we were just going in there talking about the description and making sure you treat them with care. And so you can see now that $900 is now $3,100, and somebody even bought them by $1,500 or $1,700, but you're still up, a good $1,000 or so depending on where you did come in at. And so just it's important. everybody don't see what you may see, and even when we give you stuff, want you to still do your own research. But especially knowing that these could be the starting point to their metaverse. A lot of us did. We either got them airdropped and maybe went and bought some more. But if you did buy one of these from just even last week, then you guys should be sitting pretty. Thanks for the heads.
Pretty.
Yeah, pretty.
So it's like, listen, either you listen. We can't tell you when to take your money. We can't tell you. So listen, if you bought when we originally said at 0.27, you have to now make your decision, because again, all things in NFTs can go to. So when we contact us, talking about, well, it went back down. Well, listen, we get the money's on the table for you. You got to make your own decision.
That's right. And a wallet bought 98 going. Well, somebody also might know something too. That's what I mean about if these are access to the metaverse or their world, they definitely would have bought 98. They might got 98 airdropped and went and bought those.
I bought some more. I was like last night. We literally on our we were in our training with our membership. We were talking about these and we did an analysis with them, and the price was at 0.69 last night when we were talking about it. And we're like, listen, blah blah blah. They look at all this XYZ boom 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 XYZ boom. This is why we think you should. It's okay. And again, they're already at the from last night to tonight. I mean to today. You're up several $100s. So, if you say, okay, if you want to sell today, you can decide that's your decision to sell. You've made your membership for the whole month and now you got time. But no, I'm not telling you to sell. I bought some more. Yeah, I'm not selling right now, but that's just me.
My airdrop ones and bought. So,
nah. So yeah. So again, I think these are gonna definitely be something that's continuing to move. So pay attention to artifacts and what they're doing. But somebody said they bought 98 of them 2 days. When we see stuff like that, I'll be like, well, what? Why they buy 98? What they know that I don't know? Who they know that I don't know? And so I'm like, well, maybe they just had extra money. Maybe they just had like extra money that they just want to just buy some stuff. They just had like $300,000. They just wanted to buy some stuff. Pay attention to that. I'd be like, whoa, what happened? Again, that tweet got me. My brain was running 500. I was like, Jessica, what that mean? Let's interpret it. Let's try to figure it out. Messi, what you think?
I'll even send it. I'll just be like, oh, here we go. No. I was like, they put out worlds and tours, and must make you can go to different metaverses or different worlds, or maybe you have different brands. And it's like, even when you think about a lot of this and in the metaverse and how they're building out, if it does have land and the brands and stores, is it going to be a land where you can go shop for physical items? Mm-hmm. Some of those or a city, it's so many different things that it can be. But when some of the stuff that they're doing and how they're going to be doing things, you can speculate until it's out there. So, yeah. But yeah, it's exciting to see, especially On Cyber is doing this one, but we know there's stuff. Space pods are going to be able to be upgradable this year. They haven't said how, but I believe at least owning one of those, you should be able to at least upgrade. Maybe a cost associated with that. We don't know anything just yet, but you can see some of the replies that they're having and what they're doing, and you're just like, well, what is this? What
does that mean? But just do your own research. But pay attention because we are already in it. Okay, so that was that. So we talked about that. The other thing that was going up too, Jessica, we talked about the space strips. Again, I know and remember when these again were like for the new people who are just new here. These are originally $800. If you bought them maybe at $1,500 or $2,000, that might have been where you bought.
Oh yeah, or if you took the mint was about $750, but like she's saying, if you went ahead and bought them on secondary, because some people still found about $1,500. Even if you want to go to max at $2,000, when and went and paid for them, they're at now 7.25. They came back down after even the CloneX drop, but the utility with the 10 years, you get the 10 years for the drips on these, so they did definitely come back up. We haven't got our order. We haven't got to order the shoes yet. But even with the partnership with Nike, a lot of that stuff is going to be changing a lot of things, especially with these shoes. So we know we have 10 years whenever the Forging event opens for these, because they've been doing the other ones like punks and different other products that they've had, staples. And so soon we should be able to forge our shoes here. But like I said, it's that 10 years that it comes with that you'll be like, so just selling it, I mean, you can definitely make your money, but you also know that this is a 10-year 10 years, you get to build out with this project, be part of the artifact, and then the artists that own these or developed, created the shoes on each shoe. You also get to be part of them. So some of them are already selling lots of money on Superari and things like that. And if they choose to build out something, they may let you have access by owning these. So it's just, we're excited. We own the drips. There's different drips that are out there, but just to see the floor is moving back up on them. One is 7 and one of them floor is 10 ETH. So it's still good.
It's still real good. And like I said, especially I think when when the benefit of having these and then being able to get the CloneX for $300, and we showed you guys earlier the numbers on the CloneX. So this again, if you bought these originally from the first time we were originally buying some of these, it's just the domino effect. You got the 3 CloneXs, which some of you guys turn into like a 6-figure, and it's nonstop with the NFT space. So pay attention again. We can keep talking. I keep saying artifacts, but y'all get it. Okay, let's move on just for this last couple things. Same thing on the 888. Even some of the partnerships that they keep bringing out. These are, what was it, 26? Was it 2000 or 22?
Between 15 and 22.
15, 22, we call it. Okay. So like I said, if you need to sell yours, this is your opportunity. No, actually,
hold on.
No. Let me say this. This was last night because we talked about. I think this was one of the ones we kind of talked about too. But I don't know what the current price is. That was from last night's training when we were talking about this. If it's gonna refresh, OpenSea they said might have had some type of glitch, but earlier today's were definitely up higher in the price wise. My internet is like so sluggish today. But I guess I do got 50,000 tabs open too. Let's go wait. All right, let's see if I can.
Especially the membership of Genesis 888. A lot of the realms have been announced, so people kind of know what to expect of what you may get early access to. There's still also a lot of whitelists that are still coming up in there. So the value of the 1.28 has been sticking around there. It was up higher, like she's saying, even a couple of days ago. I think it was like 5,700 or 5,600 that you could have sold this item for. And so if somebody comes back down, and you may be able to get in the dip if that's something that you do want to invest in. But when we did get a lot of people in, it was at, like she's saying, $1,500 to $2,200. So a lot of people should have at least like doubled by now. But like it does give you a lot of different access, and it's going to be the 888. It's going to be a lifetime membership to what they do allow you to do and entitle you to different drops. So we do have ours, and if you have a couple, I don't know if you're thinking about selling, that's fine to you too. But it's just barely all the realms have been announced and no drops from the realms have come. We know we're still very early, so we're not looking to per se sell ours, but other people have plans. You may just be looking to flip this and not even care about the membership.
Yeah. So from there at from 47, so they're up a couple $100. Okay, so there's another opportunity on that. Okay, Jessica, I think we are like, man, wow. Okay, so just a couple things. Just a reminder. If you have not, make sure you please come over to our YouTube channel. So we do drop quite a few videos on here that you guys can go on and watch. If you've missed some of the shows, you can definitely come over here and watch them. I mean, again, like I said, we try to give you as much information as possible about different drops that are happening within the NFT space. So come over here, please make sure you come over here and join our YouTube channel. And if you like our videos, please definitely like our videos. It definitely helps. Likes over there, we would greatly appreciate that. And that's going to be that. Just another reminder in regards to our monthly membership. This will be the last week that we have the special rate for the 247. After this week, our rate will be going to the regular 297. So if you've not joined our monthly membership access, please feel free to join that. We'd love to have you in our monthly membership. We definitely meet on Monday on Zoom. As of right now, that's where we're meeting at. And we come on and we talk about in depth of what we're looking at as far as, hey, go buy this right now information. So again, that rate will be increasing after this week. So 247 this will be your last opportunity to get it for 247. Okay. And then, like always, if you have friends or family, please send them over to our whatsnfts.com site, on our Facebook page. We'd love to have you guys just come over here, send them there. We try to put information here, whether it's articles we're talking about or even some of the things as far as trying to get into white lists and so things like that. They'll be able to come over here and see that information. So by all means, whatsnfts.com, please send them there, and we continue to share information there for free. All right. Just anything else that I missed that you want to add?
No.
Good. Okay. Alrighty. Once again, thank you all so much for hopping on with us today. We appreciate you hopping on, and we will see you all on Thursday at 6 o'clock Pacific Standard Time. So you guys have the rest of your day. May it be fantastic for you. And we're excited about 2022. So we will see you all again on Thursday.
Yes. Everyone have a great one.